Oh, real quick.
Okay.
I can't tell. I am being so cautious when I'm saying this, okay? I can't tell if this guy is genuinely like a unique and original thinker who says things that I disagree with sometimes, because he definitely says things, or if he's just like another like anti-establishment retard or something. I can't tell. Does anybody know? Like, because I see him tweet some stuff where I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I agree with that. But he seems to come to a place, or from a place of like he's got his own internal way of like generating thoughts or whatever. So there are times I disagree with him. And there are times like, oh, yeah, this is actually pretty rational. He's a very smart person. Okay, interesting. I've had people recommend him, people that I respect recommend him to chat with him. So 4 links open real quick. Wait, what was this? This should be mandatory viewing for all boys on the brink of puberty. Bookmarking it for my children older. Oh no, is this going to be the dumbest video I've ever seen in my life? Don't do it. Come on, Richard.
Okay, I am the problem. I went on a date with this guy and he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like, that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over. And I was like, cool. So I go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's so nice. He cuddles me all night.
And I'm like, why didn't you try to me? Is that what she's going to say?
And I'm like, are you gay? Like, what?
This is a rage bait video. I don't believe it.
And like, I just wanted him to like try, and then for me to be like, no, you know what I mean? I wasn't gonna sleep with him. But I just, now I feel ugly. This is what. Oh my God. Okay.
People talk about women being able to make easy money with OnlyFans. That's bullshit. What women make easy money on are these obvious fucking rage bait TikTok videos, because like angry men online are so fucking predictable. If I was a woman, if there's any reasonably attractive, if you're like at least a 7.5, 8 out of 10, and you want, I could write you scripts and you can become a fucking TikTok millionaire if you want. It's like so easy to rage bait these guys. Like, get 2 nieces to run around in the background. So you've got 2 kids, okay? And do a video where it's like, guys, I just wanted to let you know, I'm so disappointed. I met this guy last night, and I thought he was so cool. We went out to dinner. Apparently, he's a big like entrepreneur business guy. He says he earns like 6 figures. He offered to pay for the entire dinner, which he did, thankfully. So I didn't have to pay anything, even though I chose the restaurant, by the way. And I always choose the most expensive restaurant just as a good test to make sure the guy is financially worthwhile. And we were on my way back to my place, where I told him we weren't going to have sex on the first date because I don't do that. And I also brought up the fact that I have 2 children, and I said that if we were going to get together, he would have to be willing to support them, because the kid's dad is like pretty crazy, and he comes over and fights me sometimes. And so we get back to my house, and as soon as we go inside, I notice something, that when he slips off his shoes, I'm looking at him, and I realize he's only 5'11". And I checked my Tinder profile again, and I rechecked the bottom, and I had said tall men only. So I don't know why this man decided to enter my house as a 5'11" midget to try to, I don't know, me or something. So obviously I kicked him out. After letting me touch him a little bit so that I get some skin on my fingernails, I went to the police station and I did a kit saying that he tried to attack me, and I'm waiting for the results on that, guys. Like, see you later. Like, that's like a 20 million view video that every Red Pill podcast will be going over. Like, you're welcome, okay? Like, this is so cringe that people like watch this shit. Okay, sorry, what else do we have? Isn't it slightly true that some women enjoy being able to say no, though, right? It doesn't seem unreasonable that it is quite flattering to say no and feel wanted. It's this. I don't want to get into all this. Women want to be wanted by people that they feel are desirable. Everybody does, right? Men's standards are just a little bit lower for sex. But everybody wants to be wanted by people. But the reason why women say no is because for a man's brain, any type of sexual attraction is always flattering because you don't usually get it that much. That's not even a burn. That's just like men just generally aren't propositioned as much as women. Women are propositioned with dick since they turn 11 years old, everywhere. So having a guy say he wants to you is not very flattering. It's not like, that's a male perspective where you're like, well, if a guy wants to you, like, that must be pretty flattering, right? It's like, no, people try to me since I was a kid. No, it's not. That's not flattering at all. It's only flattering when it comes from flattering people. Women usually hedge with no's because if you give any indication of a yes, then it feels like you're getting locked into something that you don't want to do, which is, it can be scary or difficult to back out of, which is why, because women tend to be agreeable and conflict avoidant and everything else. So yeah. Somebody in chat earlier said that man versus bear and Woods discourse going viral reminds me of that Reddit post about Russians promoting gender division online. Do you agree? Yeah, kind of. I mean, it plays into the man versus bear discourse, and that like women could feel uncomfortable around men, but they don't know what it feels like to be around a bear, so they pick the bear instead of a man, even though it's obviously retarded. But yeah, why do you always just dismiss it as rage bait? You don't think certain women actually think and believe this? The problem is that you retards don't take this as certain women believing this. You guys are generalizing it to all women. That's the issue. If somebody retweeted this like, God, this woman is crazy, that'd be one thing. That's not what he said. He said, this should be mandatory viewing for all boys on the brink of puberty. Bookmarking it for when my children are old enough. Like this is some instructive video on like the average mindset of a woman, right? That's what the issue is. Doesn't he have more tweets underneath that make that initial tweet better? Oh, maybe. Okay, I didn't know he did. Let's check. You shouldn't be angry at the woman. If you are, you're missing the point. Reading subtext and understanding human nature are a part of socializing correctly. Wanting to make everything explicit is the trap that the affirmative consent freaks fall into. It makes everything sterile. Oh, okay. Well, actually, I do agree with this. That's sexual harassment, LeMayo. What have they done to boys? Are they all given daily estrogen injections at school or something? Wait, what the f*** is this? A girl saying no is as close to a yes as you can get, f***ing retard. A real-life donkey you are. Oh, is he quoting him here? Telling me I shouldn't be mad at the woman who said she's not sleeping with a guy but wanted him to try anyways. F*** out of here. That's sexual harassment that she was asking for. No, she's to blame. Everyone has an opinion. Yours is just dog shit. There was a stop sign, but I wanted him to keep going anyways. Hell, mate, you're not the brightest. Oh, this is like an incel guy, I think, right? Comedians very often tell true or slightly exaggerated stories to make a point. Community Notes is wagging a finger at you and saying, not this time. It really doesn't seem like a joke. But if it is, the whole point is that this is how women obviously think. Community Notes has gone, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to sleep with you means that she is open to it. It's sad that young people are so disoriented or disordered today that they need this explained to them. But I have done you the service here. You're welcome. Oh, never mind. Maybe I do agree with this then. Okay. Yeah. Good job, I guess. Although this video is obviously rage bait, but the only problem with talking about things like affirmative consent and stuff is that the conversations are only needed for people that don't understand it anyway. So then it's like, well, what the f is the point? Yeah, I don't know. Women are still retarded for doing this shit, though. But it's a reaction to stuff that men do, right? Or a reaction to things that men do. So it's like it's a back and forth, but we're all constantly f***ing each other over. This also reminds me of that Minecraft girl who got groped a few months ago. Getting drunk with someone, going back to the hotel, cuddling for like an hour can all be reasonably be considered signs that she wanted to escalate to sex. He's slightly ibby reaching. Bro, I can't. You guys have to do these. I'm reading this straight down. I will, starting next month, I'm going to ban for incomprehensible text, okay? This also reminds me of that Minecraft girl who got groped a few months ago. Getting drunk with someone, going back to the hotel, cuddling for like an hour can all be reasonably be considered signs that she wanted to escalate to sex. He's slightly ibby, reaching under her shirt, and she rejected his advancements. If sexual interactions without explicit verbal consent are sexual assault, then I suspect most sexual encounters qualify as sexual. Okay, clean this up. It was like 4 words, okay? Typos? There is no excuse for this. Every single prompt that you type on today has autocorrect. Every single one. This is an ESL chatter. I don't care. This is an English-only chat room. All of my chat rooms are English-only. And Hebrew.